So guys, in today's video, we'll be sharing with you how you can get NHS jobs in 1 month. And I've got somebody here who got job with the NHS in 1 month. So when I tell you that it's possible, it is possible. Whether you have the experience or not, you can do it as well. She has a very inspiring story. So I'm going to bring her in right now so that she can introduce herself and then we'll get started. And she'll share her story with us, and tell you exactly what you can do too, so that will be your case. Okay, we can't wait to hear your testimonies as well.
Hi everyone, my name is Oluwadamilala Ajibala and I was a student of Grammartorial Education Limited. I did my phlebotomy class in November 2024 and I got a job with the NHS in December 2024. That's about a month after. And since then, it has been a story that I can never forget. It's been opportunities upon opportunities and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to take that class.
Oh, wow. It's good to know that you have a positive testimony to share, because sometimes when we come here to make videos like this, people think we're just playing. But seeing you now, I'm sure seeing is believing, so people can now see and believe that it is real. It's not just clickbait, we're not just doing it for views or anything. It is actually real. So I'm really happy for you, Dami. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now, can you please tell us, what was the process like for you? And you said you were a student of Grammartorial. So how did the course with Grammartorial help you get a job with the NHS?
Okay. So for me, before I took the class, I'm always trying to apply to jobs, but there was something I noticed. It's all about the qualification part. That's the person specification parts. So they'll be like, they need someone who has NVQ3 and experience with venipuncture and phlebotomy. I had to research and find a way to do that, because I know that NHS, there's no back and forth with it. Once they tell you they want this, that's what they want. So then I got to know about Grammartorial through a friend, actually. Sorry about the noise, my baby's here. So I got to know about Grammartorial and I had no choice than to register. Though the price was actually somehow, but I got other offers. But I was like, okay, for this price to be like this, that means there must be something more to this particular class, So I took the opportunity and I paid for it. I didn't stay in Manchester. I don't stay in Manchester, so I had to travel all the way, because Manchester was the closest venue to my location, and I did the class, and I am so happy, because it's not just about the class. There's so many tips that Grammartorial even has to offer to their students aside the class.
Okay, so can you share with us some of the things they
okay, so after the class and after the certification collection and all, so we were added to a group, and then we were taught how to, there was a one-to-one session, which was actually very, very amazing to me, because I'm like, okay, it's not just about the class. There are also opportunities and benefits you get from this particular school. Because so I joined my one-to-one session, and I was able to know the mistakes I was making during my applications. So I and my one-to-one teacher, we talked about so many things, and I was able to include those things in my applications going forward. And most of the things I learned was that you can always use just one supporting statement for as many job application as possible, as long as you including the necessary person specification. The skills are not required for that particular job, So I got to know that, okay, fine, I could do this, and I was able to do that. So it's not just about even the one-to-one session. There were opportunity to prep you before your interview. Once you get one, you can always mail Grammartorial and tell them, I've got an interview, what do I do and how do I go about it? That was actually very amazing too. And during my first interview, I messaged them, I sent them a mail, and they gave me a time, and I was able to have this one-on-one prep interview with, I think, someone that works in the NHS. And so like I was doing my interview already, I was having points, I was having things I could go back to and read. I was not just reading out of the box. So it was like I was already doing my interview. With that, I was able to do the things that I'm supposed to do by not just reading out of concept. After the interview, interview preparation, I had this confidence that yes, I could do this. So that was the spirit I took to the interview on the day of my interviews. So I think I had 2 interviews before I had 3 interviews. I failed 1, then I got 2 afterwards, in which I passed.
You didn't fail anyone. Maybe you were just too qualified for them. So would you say that you had a good experience generally with Grammartorial? Yeah, with the support and everything you got from them.
For me, I would say good is an understatement. Like I had the best experience doing that. I might not have gotten that experience if I had taken the class from somewhere else, because it's more than you just taking the class and getting your certificate. You know, there are so many opportunities aside you just coming for the class and then getting a certificate, which is rare, I would say.
So would you say that taking the course or registering for the course with Grammartorial improved your chances of getting a job with the NHS?
Yes. Yes, and that's a very big yes. Because without that course, I wouldn't have gotten the job. The jobs, trust me, because if you look at these jobs, like I said earlier, they've got qualifications. They want you to have these qualifications. Without that, you cannot get the job. And how do you prove that you've got this qualification if you don't take the classes, if you don't have a particular experience in those classes, in those qualifications? So that is what Grammateria is giving to us. You know, they tell you you need MVQ, you must get it, yeah, you must have it. It must be in your application. They tell you they want someone who's got phlebotomy experience, you must have it, and it must be in your application. And these are the things that Grammateria gives to their students. So I would say yes, it's a very big opportunity, and it's really helpful in everything.
Okay. So can you are you okay to tell us what you moved from to
Okay.
the role you're doing now? Like let's have a background.
um Coming into the United Kingdom with a company that's got no job, you know, I knew that I had to do something to myself to change the story for myself and my family. So I made sure that, okay, the only thing I could do probably was to get an NHS job, which is actually, you know, peace. It gives this peace of mind that no one can give to you, getting a job with the NHS. So I had to give my whole by applying, and my applications were not getting through because of the qualifications I don't have. So I had to just get the qualifications. And where did I get them from? From Grammartorial. I did my phlebotomy class. I added it to my applications, and with that, you know, it was skyrocketing my application. It was like looking as if I was the only one they were looking for in all the applications I was making, you know, and interviews kept on. Even after I got the jobs I got, I still kept on getting interviews. My husband would tell me, I know you don't have interviews because you stopped applying. So trust me, if I keep applying, I'm going to get more jobs.
Okay. So you were able to move with your family, like apply with your
Yes,
family for the roles that you got.
yes.
So can you give us an idea of some of those roles so people that are watching you also can know the kind of roles to apply for with?
Okay, yeah. So for me, I've always had this interest in maternity support worker. So I pitched more for maternity support worker, clinical support worker, and also senior support worker. Though the one I got was a clinical support worker and a senior support worker. I picked the senior support worker because I checked the job description and it was really good for me. So all these job roles revolves around having a phlebotomy class certificate. It all revolves around having a venipuncture certificate, which is very essential because they want you to know how to do these things and you must know how to do them.
Okay.
So,
So guys,
yeah.
you've heard it. She just did not sit down to be crying that her sponsors didn't have jobs or anything. She had to do something, and today her story has changed because she worked on it. That's why we talk about preparations meeting opportunities. She was prepared, and then when the opportunity came up, she grabbed this with her full chest. So Dami, I'm really, really happy for you. We are inspired by
Yeah.
your story. Congratulations once again. And I
Okay.
hope that people would, learn from your story, get inspired, and begin to act towards getting what they want. Right.
Definitely.
So, what will be your advice to people that are watching you right now?
All right. My advice will be um don't give up. You cannot just sit down there and think you could change it by just crying. You'd have to take that step. And one of the steps is getting those certifications. There's no two way to it, trust me. When it comes to NHS, there's no two way to it. You have to get the certifications. And where do you get them from? Trust me, Grammartorial is the best place to get it. Because why? You don't just get the certificates, you also get so many benefits that would help you to get the job. So it's not all about the certificates, it's about getting the job. That's the end goal. And I'm sure that they will do everything to do that for you if you don't relent.
So, Dabi, what do you have to say to people that are in a situation where, you hear something like, oh, my visa is expiring soon. What do I do? Do I stand a chance? Or my company license was revoked and I just have, few months to stay. Do I stand a chance? Can I still make it in just few months, in 1 month, in 2 months, right? Is it possible? What do you have to say to this kind of question or to people that are in this situation?
All right. I would say it's very possible, like extremely possible. You can do anything for yourself in 1 month, in 60 days. Anything is possible as long as you don't relent. I got my job in just 1 month. It's get the course from Grammartorial, trust me. And in 1 month, you can even get the job in less than a month. You can get the course today. You apply. You could be looking at your first application. You get an interview. They prep you for the interview. You get the job. Everything happens like at snap of your finger, and it's looking like this is miracle or magic. So you can get this in a month or less, even before your visa expires. I am a living testimony. My company license was revoked. Even though we didn't get the letter, but I was expecting it. It was going to come one way or the other. So I didn't relent. I didn't sit down alone and say nothing is coming. So I could just sit and not do anything. I took the opportunity. I took the class. I traveled down to Manchester to take the class. I had to even lodge in an hotel. The money is not like it was so much that I wanted to waste it, but I had to give myself the opportunity. If I don't do something, nothing is going to happen. So I had to do something for that testimony to happen, and that's why we are here talking about it. Because if I had not done something, we won't be here saying this. So give it an opportunity, give it a try, and trust me, you'll be back with your testimony.
Yeah. I've brought Grammartorial a couple of times on this channel, and I know people always get value whenever I bring her here, because she always like teaches people how to go about the job, shares specific information on how you can go about the job, right? I know for one, in fact, some of my subscribers even get jobs after they have registered for her course and everything. So I know for a fact that Grammartorial is good. So, like Dami has said, she will recommend Grammartorial to anybody that's looking to get a job. So maybe you feel like you've been applying for jobs with the NHS and it's not forthcoming. Maybe you should try something different. And Dami and me, I would also recommend Grammartorial as well. Guys, trust me, it helps. Like they won't just abandon you. You know how you just go and take a course and they give you a certificate and say bye bye. That's not Grammartorial. Grammartorial will support you just like they supported Dami until you get the job. Okay, you guys have heard it. You heard from the horse's mouth. Don't just fold your hands. You have to act, and the time for you to act is now. Reach out to Grammartorial. I'll leave their details in the description box. You can reach out to them and register for their courses. Okay, they will give you all the information you need about all the courses they have and everything once you reach out to them. So thank you, Dami, for coming to share your story with us, and thank you everyone for watching. See you guys in my next video.
All right, thank you. Bye.